So I chose to do my chemistry project on vulcanization. My interest in this project comes from the fact that we use vulcanized rubber in everyday use. Everybody drives in a vehicle at some point during the day that has tires made of vulcanized rubber. I also have an increased interest in cars and motor racing, and Goodyear is the main tire supplier for NASCAR, which is a racing series that I really enjoy. So I was interested in learning more about the process of vulcanized rubber. So the preconceived notions about vulcanized rubber, there's not a whole lot, mainly because people forget that how important vulcanization is in our daily lives, and they forget that it even exists. But when I was doing research for this project, I asked myself, how hard would our life be without vulcanization? It would be very difficult. We wouldn't be able to really go anywhere. Cars would cars. I don't know how they would have made cars without vulcanized rubber. So the vulcanization process starts with rubber. Natural rubber is made from the polyisoprene polymer, which is a hydrocarbon, and it's a chain of isoprene monomers, and the chemical formula for that is C5H8. The molecular structure can be seen in the graphic on the right. The isoprene monomer is one of the main natural forms of rubber that are used frequently in manufacturing, and this monomer is commonly found in oak trees, poplar trees, and eucalyptus trees. So the vulcanization process, I just chose a quote here that I think sums up the vulcanization process very well. According to ScienceDirect.com, vulcanization is a chemical process in which the rubber is heated with sulfur, accelerated an activator at between 140 and 160 degrees Celsius. That temperature varies based on the manufacturer. The process involves the formation of crosslinks between long rubber molecules so as to achieve improved elasticity, resilience, tensile strength, viscosity, hardness, and weather resistance. According to Goodyear.com, one of the main tire manufacturers in the United States, vulcanized rubber will generate $6 billion worth of products made worldwide in this year alone and employ 300,000 Americans. Now, that was obviously before the current pandemic, so that would be in a normal year of production. The vulcanization process was accidentally discovered by Charles Goodyear. He was a broke merchant living in Philadelphia, and he had decided to try to get into the rubber business because the rubber was a new discovery at the time. This was in the late 1830s. So he combined rubber with sulfur and lead oxide, and he left it out. The story goes that it accidentally fell into a hot pot on the stove, and when he took it back out again, it had hardened, and it was also very flexible and durable. One of the main problems with rubber at the time was that it was exposed to weather, and it wasn't very good at being resistant to weather. So this process made rubber much more resistant to weather, and it made it much more usable in daily life. Later on, obviously, the Goodyear Tire Company was not founded by him. He had already died, but it was founded in his name because he had discovered the process that allowed tires to be made. Without Charles Goodyear, our lives would probably be very different, and without the vulcanization process, who knows how we would be getting around today. I decided to research this project because I thought it was interesting. Thank you. And these are my sources.